You are able to see, right, my screen, right, Bharat?
Yes.
Oh, let us focus on the identity access management. So what is AWS IAM? So AWS Identity Access Management is the security service that enables organization to securely control who can access AWS resources and actions they are allowed to perform. Here itself we can see AWS resources. Resources means, let us say you don't want to give access of S3 to particular resource. So you have to put him into separate role. That role need to have different permissions of the services. So in that service, you can restrict him to use only EC2, no S3 service, right?
Okay.
Then actions will be taken according to the role permissions given. Now, what are the actions? Actions are related to the role permissions. What is the role you have given? EC2, EC2 administrator or something. Then EC2 administration, what activities he can do? Operating the EC2 like admin, sysadmin, right? So those are the actions we are allowing through the identity access management while designing the role, while designing the user IDs mapped to the role particularly when
Okay.
user ID is created, right? In your free tier account, you can also do the same way. You can create user ID and with that user ID can be declared with particular role mapping and that role can have access permissions also. That is possible.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we'll discuss later on further. And action, they are allowed to perform those actions and those resources constraints only. Okay. Then
Okay.
IAM follows principle of least privilege. So uh, as per the access permissions, actions will be applied it, no exception. Okay, whatever role is assigned, whatever permissions are assigned, it works. Ensuring that users, applications, and services receive only the permission they need to perform their tasks. So here, these are the things. The users are there, applications are there, the services receive only the permissions. Let us say, what are the services we are taking example, EC2 services. EC2 services will have administrating the EC2 instances. But if you create storage admin like that, then storage admin is related with the S3 operations. Then that guy will not have access permissions to EC2.
Okay. Yes.
You got it?
Yeah. Yes.
It is just like login ID for applications. Different applications will have login IDs, but one top user can have login IDs mapped to multiple applications. Those applications are here AWS services. And in the application, they'll perform the role. They will not perform like a developer or administrator, maybe user, maybe some other roles, business roles. When they perform the business roles, they will have access permissions to those business modules only. The same way it is planned here, identity access management, first thing role, then later on role permissions and attach it to service or services. That's where IAM follows principle of least privilege, ensuring that users, applications, and services receive only the permission they need to perform their tasks, right? So
Okay.
it is a gatekeeper kind of thing. It works. So what are
Okay.
the key features of AWS IAM? User and group management will be there. Users management and group management. Role-based access controls are there. This is very important topic. RBAC. In every cloud, we're going to talk this one with following this. In IAM security policies, RBAC is the primary topic to follow the security policies. Role-based access control is managed it to have security, high security,
Mm.
RBAC. So fine-grained permission policies. With JSON, you can write in the script. Policies can be designed, defined it in the code itself, where Lambda is going to monitor that. Okay. You can
Okay.
execute with Lambda also, scheduling scripts for controlling the access permissions also. Then multi-factor authentication is there. Multi-factor authentication is you have two-way authentication. You log in the website of bank, it will ask the password, OTP password.
Okay.
OTP is second factor verification for verification. Even Amazon, if you log in amazon.in.com, it will ask the OTP, right?
Yes.
So it is a multi-factor authentication. The same multi-factor authentication is applied with the identity access management for security controls.
Okay.
Then temporary credentials using IAM roles. Temporarily, you can give credential to the users for particular role. Later on, you can revoke it or give permissions for that. Let us say some people want to work on the cloud for deployments. Now, what roles you need?
Okay. D-
You are planning release planning. New team has come. New team is going to help the deployment. So one is DevOps engineer is required, obviously.
Okay.
Then sysadmin, DB admin, network admin.
Yes.
If they are working in the cloud, network admin need to get the permissions of VPC, virtual private networking, then gateways access, right? Then if it is DBA, RDS service is main thing. Then some of the EC2s where DB is having some programs or views or SQLs, right? Then you have DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer need to have where the deployment environment is there, entire that environment access permissions need to be given. It means whatever services we are using for deployment, all those services you'll have, like DevOps pipeline services, repository service, all that kind of thing.
Okay.
Right? Those are temporary credentials were given to that particular group. Okay? Release 10 group. Then release 10 group will have DevOps engineer, sysadmin, then DBA, then network admin. Apart from that, some other roles also might be there.
Okay.
So that's where temporary credentials can be used it using IAM roles. Later on, it can be deleted also. Okay. It is just like user IDs we create for particular disaster recovery, right?
Yeah.
That is dummy environment. Basically, in the dummy environment, we create dummy IDs.
Okay.
Right. That DR is completed means we're going to revoke the environment itself. In the environment revoking, the network permissions are revoked. The IDs are revoked. So dummy IDs are revoked.
Okay.
The same process is possible here. Okay. Then identity federation. So identity federation is a standard. Basically, you can have integration with other applications or other networks, such kind of things, or other accounts also sometimes. Okay, AWS accounts basically. Okay, because other accounts have permissions to work with different applications. These guys have APIs installed it. Then they need to access with that applications also to write some scripts and run it and see.
Okay.
You have applications, right? Payroll application
Yes.
is there, payment application is there,
Yes.
HRMS is there, then you have other applications also. None of these applications are working like independent. They all are integrated with the databases. Am I right?
Yes.
When you have integrations, you need to have identity federation for access permissions also. Under that policies, you need to give access, the relevant access to different groups who are all coordinating that while deployment. Then access analyzer. Access analyzer means monitoring will be there. It analyzes access, how it is being utilized, it all that. So password policies are there. How to use password policies like 2 weeks once reset or such kind of things. Then integration with AWS services. Obviously, IAM is meant for integrating with the different services because role-wise services are connecting to the service-wise. Okay, like EC2, S3, RDS, VPC, such kind of things. Okay. Then core IAM components. IAM user is there, IAM group is there, role is there. These we discussed it. Then IAM policy is there. IAM policy is a JSON document defining allowed or denied actions. MFA. So multi-factor authentication we discussed it. Then access keys are there.
Okay.
These access keys are programmable across APIs and CLIs also. CLIs command layer interface. So in local laptop, CLI software can be installed, AWS CLI software from local CLI also you can interact with that. You have
Okay.
command prompt, right? In Windows.
Yes, yes.
The same thing, you can operate from command prompt. Command line interface CLI stands for. Okay. Then how IAM fits into live infrastructure. Okay. First thing is company employees. There are roles, developers, DevOps team, security team. Then AWS IAM policies are there. EC2 Lambda is there. S3 CloudWatch is there. RDS VPs there. IAM controls who can access every resource. This is the policy they have. These are the services. RDS, VPC, S3 CloudWatch, EC2 Lambda, right? Got it? Hello,
Yes.
Bharat.
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay. Then the use cases, if you see developer access to EC2, we discussed it. Different roles need access permission. This is one of the use cases. So developer is there,
Okay.
login, IAM user is there, IAM policy is there for developer role. What services he needs, he need to give the specifications. Then the cloud admin need to give the policies for that permissions. Then they are giving access permissions to launch EC2 also. Then later on, these are the workflow actions. Okay. Then use case 2 is
Okay.
EC2 accessing S3 without access keys. So there are access keys to access the S3, but without them also it can be accessed. This is one use case. The business problem is an application running on EC2 needs to read and write files in S3. Storing long-term AWS access keys on the server creates a security risk.
Okay.
So what happens? You are running some database. You are
Uh-huh.
running one Python script in EC2 as a developer. Then you need output. That output file need to be stored in S3. You are supposed to move them into S3. So that process is there as a part of the Python script where it needs the S3 access permissions also.
Okay.
In this example, in this use case example, okay,
Mhm.
EC2 is there, IAM role is there, temporary credentials, then S3 access permissions also is there. So
Okay.
this particular Python application access S3 without embedded secrets. It means no keys are required. It directly it can get the permission, full permission to do uploading files into bucket.
Mhm. Okay.
If bucket is needed to create, it creates the bucket.
Okay. Okay.
Let us say backup, weekend backup. Okay, weekend backup, you'll put week 4, week 1 or something. Then that is
Okay.
the folder you are creating. Folder is nothing but bucket. Then
Bucket. Yes.
after that you took the backup. Then in the Python script. Then that backup file need to be uploaded into S3. That file name is there. You are uploading it into the bucket. Then after that, another file is there. This is the process in the Python script. Now, entire S3 operation you are doing in the backend through the script.
Oh, okay.
And your script is being executed by the developer role. Developer has got full access to S3 and EC2.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Means that service, entire service can be operated by this particular role. What is the role? Developer role. That developer is running the Python script. That Python script admin is developer. So cloud will recognize that, IAM will recognize that, oh, this guy is eligible to work on these things. Then it will allow Python script run. Right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
These are the live tasks actually.
Yeah.
That's where developers does. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Now, Next use case. See, with the use cases, you are getting a lot of domain knowledge, infrastructure building domain knowledge. It is not like we are learning only S3 because we are discussing multiple integrations also, multiple services also, multiple ways to use the cloud services.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it means total it is a domain knowledge, infrastructure domain. Okay, so use case 3, CI/CD pipeline, deploying applications. CI/CD pipeline needs to deploy code to EC2, update S3 artifacts. Now you have a code, assume that in S3, you need to download it. To download that, you need S3 access, EC2 access.
Okay.
We are building CI/CD pipeline. So to build the CI/CD pipeline, you need to have access to apps also, to run the apps when you are building it, deploying it. Means simple deployment you are doing. You are not using AWS DevOps pipeline or repositories or anything. Your repository is S3. In S3, you have the code Python scripts. You need to download it into the local folder of EC2 in the Linux machine. Then you need to run it. Simple.
Okay.
So that is the use case. You are building IAM role here. What are the permissions here you need to get for this IAM role? DevOps.
Okay.
EC2 service is there. S3 service is there. Then the relevant apps access permissions.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, all these.
Yep.
Right? Now, use case for cross-account infrastructure. I told you federation policies are there. In cross-account means you have your corporate account, another corporate has got another account. You need to have B2B interactions, business-to-business interactions with applications. Right? In such case, you need to do cross-account infrastructure. A company maintains separate AWS accounts for for development, testing, and production. Administrators need controlled access across accounts. So why they need? Because they need to deploy the application, they need to manage the integrations, right? Then use IAM roles with cross-account trust relationships. How it is? There are roles are there. Development account is there, testing account is there, production account. All these accounts need to be created where the workflow actions are administrator signs into management account. Administrator assumes a role in the target account. Temporary credentials are issued for developers, testers, such kind of people. Then administrative tasks are completed without permanent credentials. It means they are removed. So it means the benefits are secure multi-account management, strong isolation between environments, centralized administration, better governance, and auditing. See, when you are creating the IAM policy, cross-account reference also can be given in that role. That role can be created cross-account, and in that you have to give the account reference. Then that account will send notification there to another admin. That admin need to give permissions to access his services.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now let us say two applications are running. So application administrators are there, right? They will get access. Application access, right? Then only you will be able to update the data in their app, right? If you don't have permission, it will not allow, right? Your script is going to fail.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yes.
This is the way IAM can be used. Now, you see here, cross-account, how it is, the process flow. User application is there, authentication is there, AWS IAM is there, evaluate the policies are there, allow or deny. It means if permissions are not there, it will deny. If AWS resources are there, these are all required for access permissions. There will be some more also, depends on the integration usage. So all those services permission for both resources are required. Overall interacting from A to B, from B to A, like that. So real world examples are banking application, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, government sector, AI companies are there. All those things. Okay. So what are the IAM best practices finally for production infrastructure? Enable multi-factor authentication. MFA is required while creating your IAM policies,
Yes.
MFA is available. You need to
Yeah.
use that feature. Follow the principles of least privilege. Means by granting only required permissions, you are not giving more permissions to them. Because if you see, the admins are very strict in following the security policies. They will not give accessing common all the other folders also, right? They will give permission to that folder only, right?
Uh,
The same way here. So prefer IAM roles over long-term access keys for AWS services.
Okay.
So IAM roles will have access keys permissions also. Through access key permissions, you are operating it through roles. That is the easiest way. So rotate credential and monitor access regularly. Credentials means password policies, and you are issuing credentials for particular usage for particular duration. Later on, it should be wiped out. So use IAM groups to manage permissions consistently.
Okay. Okay.
Review and remove unused users, roles, and policies. It means cleaning up IDs are required, cleaning up roles and groups are required because you are starting with group, then role, then user ID hierarchy, right?
Yes.
So monitor IAM activity using AWS Cloud Trial and security monitoring tools. Yes, Cloud Trial, I discussed it. And IAM activity, what it is, there depends on the use case. So apply permission boundaries and service control policies in multi-account environment where appropriate. Okay.
Okay.
So why enterprises chooses AWS IAM? It is a centralized identity access management for AWS resources, fine-grained authorization using JSON-based policies, and strong security with MFA, temporary credentials, role-based access, then
Okay.
seamless integration with virtually all AWS services. Then scalable governance across multiple teams and AWS accounts. It means the same accounts can be deployed in different regions also for the same teams if
Okay.
different applications are running. That is called scalable governance.
Okay.
Comprehensive auditing through integration with logging and monitoring services. Yes, these are the things. So that's all about IAM. You have any questions here so far?
No, no.
Okay, I will close this and stop recording.